Hello and good afternoon. How's it going? Gonna be a real quick one here. I said I'd hop on real fast if I got the flower farm working, and I did. It took me all morning. I had to watch 2.5 movies before I was done. If you're curious, I watched Air, the thing about Michael Jordan signing with Nike. Cyrano, starring Peter Dinklage, and another one that I can't remember the name of. Oh well. Yeah, but it's working, so let's suit up and take a look. It's actually so efficient, I had to make an addition I didn't expect. But I pulled the hopper clock, the etho hopper clock, back because I didn't have enough room where it was to create the second pulse. So what it does, I turn it on and this thing goes back and forth. When the redstone gets here, this activates, going down to there. But when it activates going down there, it also activates here, which goes here, and then here, all along down here. But these are all creating a second pulse that activates these, that also turns the water off, as we were talking about last night. So it'll turn it off and then turn it back on. And this, I might play with the timing a little bit more, but it was doing pretty well on my test run. But this also powers the bone meal. Let's make it daytime real quick. With all this redstone around, let's not invite the wrath of a creeper, because that would be annoying. I did find my missing dispensers, by the way. Well, I don't have any in here. I must have left them. Maybe they're missing again. But I mistook them for cobblestone. They were in my chest for stone. Anyway, let's look at the wiring. So, as I was saying, this line goes down into here, but it also powers these a second time. This one powering them, or powers them the first time, and this powers them the second time. I'm not sure which hits first, but in between all that, these are all filled with bone meal. And I had 64 bone meal in each of these when I ran my test. Looks like they're not all hitting evenly. The water must have been there on some of them and not on others when they got activated. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. But yeah, this line just goes down. The repeater continues the signal so that it doesn't run out of power. And we did this all the way down. This is why it took 2.5 movies. And yeah, then we got our hoppers. Actually, what I had to do, I don't know if you can see it from down here, I had to install a second row of hoppers down here because these were getting so overwhelmed that the stuff risked despawning before the hoppers could suck it in, because they were already full. And we're getting quite a bit of wheat as well. Wheat seeds, as you can see. But not too shabby on the flowers either. So let's I actually haven't tested it. Like, I just saw how well it was running and I was pleased. I didn't actually see how much it produced. Goodness, that's a lot of flowers. Okay. Nothing in there. Up here. I just want to get an idea, you know, of how well it's going. So basically, we've got 2-ish rows. I mean, that one's empty with chests here, and this is only a quarter stack, but that's okay. We can determine from that a close enough estimate for our purposes. Actually, I have a way out down here too. It's sort of like the Bat Cave, if Batman were a florist, I guess. But it's fun to exit, so we'll do that. Just a little cave down there. Oops. So yeah, let's give it a test run. So the bone mill is activated. The water is activated. Oops. And then it's turned off. And turned back on again. And you see the bone mill just sort of goes in between the water being turned off and on. So let's go turn it off because it's super efficient. Make sure we turned it off with the water off. We did not. We'll let it go one more time. There. Once we leave it on, or if we turn it off with the water on, all this grass will turn to dirt, and then we have to wait for it to turn back to grass for stuff to be planted. If, like, you know, a handful of them turn to dirt, that's fine. I don't mind losing that area. But yeah, everything should be down in the hoppers now. Oop. Including that torch. We'll make better access, of course, than we have now. That's just sort of... I didn't bother because we had this, and I was like, oh, that's good enough for now. But yeah, look, these things are completely full. This is why I added the second row of hoppers, because the first row just wasn't cutting it anymore. Is anything even going in the... I imagine nothing's going to go up here unless the other side gets overwhelmed. Like, some by chance will just go into there. So we're definitely going to want to sort this stuff out. I don't know how I want to do that yet. And I wonder how far back they're still full. Okay. So they've emptied out to about here. So each of these has 5 stacks in it, so... Well, not 5 stacks, but 5 items. So we'll let it empty out, and then we'll take another look. I'm gonna turn all this wheat seeds into bone meal to fuel this. So this isn't done. We still have to build the bone meal farm, and then a system to fill these up with bone meal automatically, which the bone meal farm will do. And we can probably incorporate the wheat seeds into being sorted in such a way that they get fed back into the system too. Because I don't need that much wheat seeds. Not at this point anyway. I guess we could help it along, but I'm kind of curious to see how long it takes to empty. Because these things can't move out until there's an empty space in here. Like, these are full. Well, we'll move down here. Like, these can't move out. Nothing can move in here, but unless it's one of these items. So, it's slowed down by the fact that it sort of has some natural bottlenecks in the way that the mechanics of this thing work. But been working on this for a week now, and I'm rather pleased that it's finally up and running. All right, we're I think a little over halfway there. Yeah, just about. And the fewer hoppers there are, I think the faster they'll go, because the stuff that is preventing stuff back here from going forward is becoming less and less likely to be in the remaining hoppers. Yeah, I just copied the above layer. I thought that would be an easy way to navigate down here instead of having to play around with scaffolding and jump here and there. This way, we can get to everything fairly easily. Kind of a tight squeeze in some spots, but that's okay. We can manage. Winding down here. Let's take another look. All right. Anything else go up here? A few things, not too much. So just from that one pass, we've gotten over a stack of red tulips, over a stack of orange tulips, which I did predict that's what we'd have the most of. 11 allium, not bad. Only one orchid. I'm hoping there's more orchids in the system, because that's actually what I need for our next build. If it comes down to it, I'll make a separate farm for orchids, just like I'm gonna have to do for lilies of the valley, since they're the one flower we couldn't get in the farm. And there's a few. That's 3 orchids there. Yeah, just it looks like we got 4 orchids out of 5, 6 orchids. We'll give it a final tally here in a second. Oh, good. Down to the last 4 hoppers. Considering everything in here, that we had this chest 100% empty. It was this chest that we left stuff in. I mean, that's 27 different things. It's, well, I mean, these are the same, but this is almost 27 slots. We're at 25 slots right now that it's filtered through. Down to the last 2. And the last one. And then we'll take a final look at the count. All right, there we go. All right. In one pass, let's see, we did, well, this only had 58. So these aren't activating as often as the ones, this one only had 62. Or rather 2. This one activated 8 times. This one activated twice. And this one activated 6 times. And that's compared to... Interesting. I wonder if I need to make the water less frequent to give everything time to get bone mealed. Anyway, let's take a look at our final number. 6 orchids, 20 allium, 13 cornflowers, 61 oxeye daisies, 23 daisies, a little over a stack and a half of red tulips, a little over a half stack of poppies, almost 2 stacks of orange tulips, over a stack, almost a stack and a half of pink tulips, about a stack and a half of white tulips. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, and we got about a stack and a half of the azure bluettes. And 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost 9 stacks of wheat seeds. Which would likely turn into roughly maybe 1 or 2 stacks of bone meal. Should be nice. So not bad at all. It's a lot of work, and there's quite a bit more to do, but as you can see, it's quite a productive farm. I hear a spider. Gonna get away. Again, don't need creepers messing with the redstone. There. Wait. Oh, there's more of you, huh? Maybe I should move the bed to under the farm. It's not a bad idea. Look at all these arrows all over me. Okay. I don't want any of this stuff. Plus we have all those flowers. Pretty good haul there. Oops. So yeah. We're covered in arrows. See, I got one right in the eye. Look at that. But like I said, short stream. Just wanted to show that the flower farm is working. We just have to make it look nice and add the bone meal farm to keep this thing up and running. So anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm not sure if I'll be on Monday evening or not. Probably. It appears Tuesday evening I do have to do something, but I might still be able to stream. We will see. And then Wednesday should be normal as far as I know. So until then, I thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and you have been wonderful, and I have been Captain Incredulous. Thanks, and I'll catch you later.